Hey, what's going on, sports fans? How you guys doing? Yeah, I did schedule the stream for 1 o'clock. I was hoping to be, home for the kickoff of the game, basically, but had to do some stuff, ran into some, traffic and all that. But it's all good. Here for the second half. Um, Looking at the game so far, it's 14-14. I mean, Buffalo had a great start to the game with a touchdown you know, on the opening kickoff. Game could have gone sideways from there, but I mean, you gotta give the Patriots a lot of credit. They've shown up so far for this game. They have um, battled back. The Bills are driving late in the second quarter, but what was it? Judon got a hit on Josh Allen. McCourty picked it off in the red zone. So 14-14, the Patriots will receive the second half kickoff, and we'll see. We'll see how this goes because right now, looking at everything, Dolphins Jets are tied, and let me see who else are we looking at here. Pittsburgh is up on Cleveland. So if everything plays out as it is right now, I mean, New England gets in if they win, no matter what. But I guess for Patriots fans who might be looking at scenarios that if the Patriots were to lose to Buffalo, they wouldn't be eliminated, and they would need the Dolphins to lose, which, like I said, they're tied with the Jets. Could possibly happen. Now, the Steelers game is kind of looking like the Steelers may pull that win off against the Browns. So, the Browns, I mean, so the Steelers will definitely be looking at this game very closely because we could have a scenario where the Steelers end up making it into that seventh spot. But, um, yeah, so, how's everybody doing? And yeah, let me know how your NFL Sundays going. It's week 18, final week of the regular season, and the second half just kicked off. As usual, I am streaming it, so the little graphic here may be ahead of my play-by-play, but it's all good. So kickoff was returned to about the 17-yard line, and that's where the Mac Jones-led Patriots offense will take over. Mac Jones has had a pretty good game. I was listening to the game a little bit before I got home. It seems like Mac Jones has been really efficient. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes, one to Devontae Parker, one to Jacoby Myers. So, I mean, you take out the opening kickoff, Patriots offense is up 14-7 on Buffalo. But Mac Jones is in shotgun. He's got, looks like Damian Harris off to his right. Quick throw to Kendrick Bourne. He's got a little bit of room on the right side. Makes a move, gets the first down. He's up to the 30-yard line. That's a good opening play for the second half. Showing the numbers. Yeah, Mac Jones 13 for 16, 119, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen 12 for 20, 96 yards with a pick and a touchdown pass. So right now, Mac Jones is outplaying Josh Allen, and that would be key for the second half if Patriots are going to pull off this, I guess you'd say, upset in Orchard Park. Mac Jones under center, 1st and 10 on the 30. Jacoby Myers in the slot to his left with Devontae Parker out wide. And Damian Harris in the backfield. Hands off to Harris. Gets about a yard and a half. He ran it off the right side. Well defended by Buffalo there. Yeah, they're showing the scores on the bottom here. Yeah, so Pittsburgh's up on Cleveland 10-7. And as I say, Pittsburgh gets in, win, Patriots lose, Dolphins lose. Like I said, Patriots win and in. So everything is right there in front of them. All right, so 2nd and 9. Mac Jones is now in shotgun. And looks like Damian Harris is off to his left still. Drops back, looking over the middle, gets it to Hunter Henry, who goes down right away. Up to the 36-yard line will be about 3rd and 4. Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice little check down, quick throw there. I think you probably would have liked to see Henry, maybe catch it on the run and maybe gain another yard or so. But, 3rd and 4 is very manageable here. We'll see what they do. He's in shotgun again. Hunter Henry goes in motion off the tackle. Got three split to the right. Devontae Parker to his left. Drops back. Mac Jones looking, throws over the middle. He gets Hunter Henry again. So it's going to be first and 10 for New England. They're up to the 49-yard line, so just about a midfield. Looking at the replay. Yeah, that's a catch. I know Buffalo's looking for an incomplete there. That was a good play by Mac Jones. He felt the pressure. Well, looking at it, yeah, that's a catch. Um, Mac Jones felt the pressure off to his left. He stepped up in the pocket, threw it over the middle to Hunter Henry. And, well, Sean McDermott's looking at the big screen. I don't know. Are they still questioning? That's another one. There's a little bit of space there. And Mac Jones could have cut the ball up a little bit. Maybe he gets a little bit more yards on that catch. But first and 10, 49. Hand off to Damian Harris, makes a move off the left side, gets into Buffalo territory now. I believe it stopped at the 44, so it look like second down in about 3 or 4. They're calling it second down and 4. Yeah, nice little run there on first down by Damian Harris. So right now, Patriots offense is moving the ball here. Good start to the second half for them. Mac Jones under center now, 3 split to his right. Devontae Parker once again up top to the left. Hunter Henry's going in motion. Mac Jones calling out a little check. Drop back, hands it off to Harris again. Looks like he got about 3 yards there, so it'll be third and short, about a yard. Taking down to 11:20 left in the third quarter. Yeah, like I said, nice opening drive so far for the Patriots. It'll be key here for them to, I feel like, get a lead, put a little bit of pressure on Buffalo. We know with the offense with Josh Allen, they're able to score at any moment, but the way that this first half ended with the interception, we'll have to see what Josh Allen looks like. Drop back on 3rd and 1. Mac Jones threw it off to his right. Jacoby Myers was throwing an out route, but I think that's Edmonds got his hand up and knocked it down. Yeah, really good play by him because he's running to cover the flat and instinctively threw up his right arm and knocked the pass down. Otherwise, that would have been a completion for the first down. So great play by Edmonds. Now it's 4th down and 1. Looks like he's leaving the offense out there because they're kind of in no man's land here. Too far for a field goal, and it'd be a really short punt. So Mac Jones is shotgun, calling out the checks, takes the snap, looking, throws it over the middle to Hunter Henry again. First down, New England. Down to Buffalo's 30, call it like the 37. So nice little quick route again. Yeah, Hunter Henry just ran a simple route over the middle. Little pitch and catch there. Russo was coming off Mac Jones' right side, so Mac had to get rid of the ball. But made the right read, gets the first down, and first and 10 for New England. Mac Jones is now under center. Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. Okay, Ramondre makes a move, cuts it back inside. He runs up the middle for a gain. Looks like about 15, 16 yards down to the 20-yard line. That was actually a perfect play call because Buffalo had a blitz going. So it ran like a little delayed draw, and Ramondre just did the rest there. So now Patriots are down to about the red zone around the 20-yard line. Like I said, great opening drive to start the second half for them in a game that they must win. And this is the kind of drive you want to see coming out of halftime. Showing Josh Allen patiently waiting on the sideline. But first and 10, okay, so it's from about the 20 and a half. Mac Jones takes the snap and shotgun, throws it, and looks like it was picked off by Buffalo. I'll have to see that one again because it looked like it was Tre'Davious White with the interception. Aguilar either didn't expect the pass to be going his way or I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, I don't know. Aguilar was acting like that pass wasn't for him. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but unfortunate turnover. You know, you can't throw an interception there. I see what he was trying to do. I think he's trying to throw a little bit of a jump ball with Aguilar. Maybe you test somebody else other than Tre'Davious White, but I would like to see Aguilar go after the football a little bit better than that. So I probably put that 50% on Mac Jones and definitely 50% on Aguilar there. Wasn't the best effort on that pass. So Buffalo's going to take over from I think that's spotted like at the 2 yard line. They're at commercial right now. So promising drive ends in a turnover. You don't like to see that, but we'll see what the defense can do because we know this Patriots defense has bailed the offense out quite a few times this season. If they could pin Buffalo deep, force like a quick 3-and-out, get a punt out of it, at least you get a short field, and then maybe Mac Jones makes a better decision on that play, and Aguilar makes a better attempt. So I feel like the more I'm thinking about it, I'm probably putting more of the blame on Aguilar on that one. But yeah, that's the first pick on the day for Mac Jones. Um, yeah, looking at the other scores so far, as everything stands right now, I guess Pittsburgh would be your 7 seed right now because the Patriots need to win in order to keep that spot, and they're currently tied. I think the Dolphins and Jets are tied. Steelers are winning, so right now it's looking good for the Steelers. But yeah, so everybody tuning in, how's everybody doing? Make sure you jump in the comments section and let me know how you're going. Let me know how your team's doing today. Who you're a fan of. If it's not the Patriots, let me know. What's going on. I did one last week. You can throw questions in the chat as well. I'll pull them up on the screen and definitely talk about them. Trying to see what else is going on. But yeah, so uh, I did schedule this for 1 o'clock because I was hoping to do the full game on stream, but had some things I had to do, so it turned into a second half stream. But I'll definitely do a little bit of a post game after. So don't think as soon as the game's over, the stream ends. No, I'll still be here for a little bit. Hopefully some people trickle in. We could talk a little bit, especially with it being the last week. Look at the playoff scenarios, but Bills. He see Josh Allen handed off to Singletary, went off the left side. Got a nice little gain on first down. They're up to about the 7. So they're calling it 2nd and 5. All right, they're cutting in on the Pittsburgh game here. And it looks like the Steelers added a field goal, so they're now up 13-7 on the Browns. Like I said, Pittsburgh wins today, and New England and Miami both lose. Pittsburgh gets the 7th seed. So they're so far taking care of their part of the equation. It's whether or not the Patriots can win to block them. All right, Josh Allen's under center. Play clock's down to 3. Hands it off. Going off the left side, the right side this time, sorry. And looks like the ball came out. Let's see who has it. I think Buffalo might have recovered this. Let's see. Let's see who comes out of this pile with the ball. Oh, Patriots ball. What's funny about that play if you look at it? I think is that McCourty? Yeah, McCourty came with the ball. He had the interception at the end of the first half. Now he recovers this fumble. This defense, I mean, yeah, I give them a lot of credit. They played their butt off all season. They've kept this team afloat when the offense really struggled. Or it looks like Marcus Jones did the old punch maneuver that every defensive back is taught now. And then Singletary should have gotten it, but it kind of rolled under his arm, and that's when McCourty took it from him. So now the Patriots offense is out there. They have to capitalize on this drive. They're down. It's to the 11-yard line. Last one ended in an interception. You wipe that away. Got to score here. Mac Jones in shotgun. Damian Harris off to his right. Hands off to Harris, who goes up the middle and gains about 2 yards. So we'll have 2nd down and 8. Showing the defensive stats for the Patriots. 29th takeaway, second in the league, and then points off at 111, which is first in the league. All right, so Mac Jones back in center. I mean, back in shotgun. Sorry about that. Harris off to his left this time. Takes the snap, looking, throws it up to Harris. Looking for a flag. That's iffy. I mean, the defender never looked for the ball. Yeah, I probably wouldn't throw the flag there. Looking at this replay again. Ooh, eh, I don't know. Oh yeah. I mean, you definitely could throw it there, but the fact that they didn't, I'm not necessarily mad at that. I mean, that yeah, the Buffalo defender was kind of in a bad position. It was playing a little handsy there, but yeah, it's okay if they don't throw a flag. That's 50-50 for me. Mac Jones shotgun again, looking, blitz coming. Mac Jones steps up and got about 3 yards, so it's going to be fourth down at about the 5.5. I'm assuming Nick Folk's going to come out, kick the field goal, take the lead here. Yeah, with that short field, you'd like to see the Patriots punch it into the end zone, but I mean, the throw to Harris wasn't a bad one. He was, it was one of those where you throw it kind of short, have your receiver come back and go up and get it. Harris tried that. Buffalo defender was definitely in the way there. But like I said, that could have been a flag. They didn't call it. I'm not too upset with that. So Folk puts it through. Patriots find themselves up 17-14. 7:06 left to go in the third quarter. So now they're going to be kicking off back to Buffalo. Buffalo's got to feel good about that. Turnover deep in their end, hold them to 3. A little bit, so kind of got some momentum shifts going in this game right now. We'll see what Josh Allen and the offense can do when they come back from commercial and receive the kick. But yeah, so right now, a little over 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Patriots are up 17-14 in a game that they must win. Yeah, for you, those of you just tuning in, I see a couple people watching. How you guys going? Let me know how your NFL Sunday is. Let me know if your team's winning. If you're not a Patriots fan, you can throw some questions in the chat. Let's interact. Let's have some fun. Like I said, come through, chill, watching the Patriots Bills game. Also keep my eye on some of the other action around the league as well. Because yes, Patriots winning, they're in, but be fortunate that if they lose, looking at the scenarios there. Right now, Pittsburgh's winning their game, so that would kind of throw a wrench in that plan for the Patriots to still lose this game and get in. But yeah, let me know what's going on with you guys. I think I saw what the Vikings are up in a game that, I mean, they're trying to secure the second seed. They last I checked, they're still playing their starters against the Bears team that wants to lose because Houston's winning their game. And if Houston wins and the Bears lose, then the Bears end up getting the 1 seed, which, if you're a Texans fan, that's got to be your worst nightmare. Because, you'd want to get the 1 seed if you're the Texans. I would hope. So, I mean, that would be kind of fitting for the Texans, though, to blow it all today when they could get the number 1 pick and then go after, then have their pick of, I guess, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young. If they're second, not exactly the worst spot to be in either, because then you put the burden on the number 1 team, in this case the Bears, to make their decision. But you figure the Bears aren't going to take a quarterback, at least they shouldn't, because they have Justin Fields. So if the Texans finish second, no harm. They'll still get their choice of a quarterback. All right, so back on commercial, Nick Folk is lining it up. He's doing the little thing that every kicker does, pushing the ball against the turf. Puts it on the tee. He's dropping back. Now, hopefully this kickoff doesn't go the way of the opening kickoff where Buffalo returned it for a touchdown. That's the last thing New England would need here. All right, steps up, launches it into the end zone. Buffalo's going to bring it out. And you got to be kidding me. Legit returned it for a touchdown. So that happened. Um, I mean, what can you say at this point? 101-yard kickoff return. Naheem Hines does it again. Yeah, I mean, really no words there. It's just let's see. I mean, it's just great blocking by Buffalo. Miles Bryant has to make that tackle. I don't know what that was, but yeah, that's just great coverage. Well, great blocking. I mean, from Buffalo. Coverage from New England wasn't bad. Miles Bryant was free to make the tackle. He went up high, didn't really wrap him up, and yeah. All right, so just like that, it's 21-17 Buffalo. I mean, this is how this game's going to go back and forth here. I'm assuming the next kickoff, you, I don't even know what you do. You do the high, the sky kick where it goes a little short. I don't know. Yeah, so since I wasn't here to start the game, just kind of let you know where my head was at as a Patriots fan looking at this game. You know, I knew with all the Damar Hamlin stuff, which I hadn't even talked about yet on stream, but you know, I guess we'll talk about now. Sidebar: encouraging news from Damar Hamlin. You know, the whole he's FaceTime the team and everything. I think I saw the Instagram post where he's smiling and all that. So you definitely love to see that. Um, I thought for the Patriots with all that surrounded Hamlin and everything, that was going to be tough for them to go into Orchard Park with all the emotions that'll be in the stadium and win today. You have to say that so far they performed pretty well. You know, with all things considered. It's just that you'd also hate that if it comes down to it, and let's say the game ended 21-17 and you lost off of two kick returns, you would feel a little bit, crappy about that. So you take those two scores away, which you can, but I mean, the Patriots' offense so far is up 17-7 on Buffalo. All right, here's the kickoff. Was that Marcus Jones? He makes a move. No, we can't. Okay. He takes up to the 40-yard line. So that's a really good return by New England. So clearly, special teams today is the best part for each team. Once he made that, I mean, the opening was there to his right and he ran through it. I thought he may end up returning it, but, they forced him to the sideline. The kicker kind of shoved him out. So great field position, though, at the 40-yard line. Let's see what the Patriots offense can do when they come out here. Once again, they're down 21-17 off of another kick return from Naheem Hines, showing the three scores that matter right now. Bengals are up 24-7 on the Ravens. I mean, who didn't see that coming? I guess only Raven fans are holding out hope there. Drop back, throws it to Hunter Henry, who's become the favorite target so far in the second half here for a gain of about 9. The Dolphins are now up 6-3 on the Jets. And actually just updated. So Ravens got a field goal. Shocker. It's now 24-10 in that game. Steelers look like they just scored another touchdown, so it's 19-7. Now Pittsburgh's up on Cleveland. 2nd and 1, Mac Jones under center. Jacoby Myers goes in motion. Stevenson's in the backfield, but Mac Jones just does a little QB sneak, dives forward for about 3 yards on the dive there. So yeah, 1st and 10. They are now in Buffalo territories under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. All right, they're huddled up. Look at some other scores going. Falcons are up on Tampa Bay. I mean, that game doesn't matter to anybody, so you know. All right, Mac Jones under center. Jacoby Myers once again goes in motion. Ramondre Stevenson's in the backfield, and Parker's out wide left. Hands off to Stevenson, who goes off the left side for about 3.5. Looks like they're gonna give him three. So 2nd and 7 coming up. They're cutting away to Pittsburgh. Looks like Najee Harris with a 4-yard touchdown run. Hey, I mean, Pittsburgh's doing all they can. I mean, they'll kick themselves if they don't make the playoffs for their rough start to the season, but they've come on late. All right, Mac Jones is in shotgun. Ramondre Stevens is off to his right now. 3-2, Mac's right, and Devontae Parker to the left. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking, throws it out to Stevenson, who almost made a one-handed catch, but the pressure was from Mac Jones's left, so he got hit as he threw the ball. Showing Goodell, who's there for the game, wearing the Hamlin hat on his head. Looks like he's in the Patriots box. Or maybe that's not the Patriots box. I don't know. All right, so 3rd and 7. Looks like Mac is in shotgun once again. Let's see where he goes with this pass. Does he go back to Hunter Henry, who's been his favorite target so far? Drops back. He's looking. Throws over the middle. Ooh. Thornton dropped it and then took a vicious hit on that one. It was throws definitely behind Tyquan Thornton, so Mac has to be better with that. Although Mac probably thought Thornton was going to sit in the zone instead of continuing and across the middle. Yeah, that's what I think Mac was thinking. Mac was thinking that Thornton was going to sit down, throw it to him, then turn upfield. But Thornton kept drifting in front of Mac over to the right, and that's where the pass ended up behind him. So Pilardi's on for the punt, gets it off. Let's see what he does. That's a really short punt. It goes to the 19. Pilardi's been up and down as a punter. Who came in for Jake Bailey, and we know that Jake Bailey's been suspended along with Jack Jones. Not sure why, but I don't know. I'm sure it's some team rule or something like that. Because punting has been kind of an issue once Jake Bailey went down with a back injury. Jack Jones, I'm not sure why he was suspended either. All right, let's see here. See if there's anything else going on in any of these games right now. Yeah, yeah, it's 21-17. Patriots just punted it. Buffalo will take over on their own 19 when they come back from commercial. See a few of you watching. Appreciate you stopping by. Drop a comment in the chat. Let me know how you're doing on this NFL Sunday, the final NFL Sunday of the regular season. Have a few playoff implications still, yet to be determined. Well, watching the Patriots game here, if they win, they get the 7th seed. If they lose, becomes kind of a complicated equation there because if the Dolphins beat the Jets and the Dolphins take over, if the Jets beat the Dolphins and the Steelers beat Cleveland, which looks like they're going to, then the Steelers would end up as the 7th seed. And then, well, the NFC stuff, everybody's really looking at the 7th seed there because Seattle's there now, but we know Green Bay plays Detroit tonight. And if Seattle were to lose, then that game becomes a win and in scenario. Actually, let me see what Seattle's doing right now. Hopefully, Seattle's winning. But if they're not, then, like I said, let me see. Oh, they play at 4:25. Sorry about that. So that's a pride game that people are watching. Rams Seahawks at 4:25. Seahawks win. Then the Lions become eliminated, and Green Bay just has to win to get in. Seahawks lose, then Lions Packers tonight becomes a win and in scenario. Yeah, I still say that those two games should have been played in the same window. So both those games should have been in the 4:25 window. It definitely would have brought more drama as both games went at the same time. Seattle scores, then Detroit knows, oh, we got to score, something like that. The only thing would be what game would you put in that place? I don't know. All right, so Josh Allen, quick throw, and he threw it behind Gabe Davis. So incomplete, 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line. Showing yards today. Naheem Hines on his 2 kickoff returns, 100 and wait, what? 197 yards. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But the Buffalo's offense only has 153 yards of offense, so they have definitely benefited from those 2 kick returns. All right, Josh Allen's in shotgun right now. 2nd and 10, 19-yard line. Got 3 split to his left, 1 to his right. Fake handoff, looking, throws it short to Dustin Knox, who makes a move, and we'll see where they spot him. Looks like they're going to give him the first down, about 10.5 yard gain. So 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Josh Allen was looking deep, couldn't find anybody, dumped it off to Knox, and Knox, got him the first down. Down, actually, no, they spotted him short. I thought they were giving him the first down. So it's 3rd and 1 right now, with coming up on 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Josh Allen under center. I feel like this is going to be a sneak. I mean, as big as Josh Allen is, we'll see. Yeah, takes the snap, and yeah, he dove forward. He got about 3 yards out of it as well. So now we got 1st and 10, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is a big drive for Buffalo and New England here because, if Buffalo can put up a touchdown here, it's going to put New England down 2 scores. And we know New England's offense has been real shaky all season, and it might be a lot to ask for them to come up with 2 scores against this Buffalo team. But if New England can get another turnover, definitely help here. All right, so 1st and 10, Josh Allen's in the shotgun, takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. He's taking it himself. He runs out to the left, and Matt Judon takes him down behind the line of scrimmage for about a 2 yard loss. Let's see what they spot. Yeah, Matt Judon fought off the tackle there. Josh Allen tried a stiff arm, but he couldn't get around him. So nice tackle for a loss there by Judon. 2nd and 11, so they gave him a loss of a yard. I thought it might have been 2 yards, but 2nd and 11 here. Patriots have a player down. Who is that? It's Kyle Duggar. He's pointing to his legs. We'll have to see, whether or not he can continue in this game. But 21-17. Yeah, so they're going to commercial as Kyle Duggar is down on the field. Just to recap the game here, it's 21-17. Buffalo has had 2 kick returns for a touchdown. So far, the Patriots defense has pretty much held Buffalo's offense in check. It's just been special teams has let them down in this one. Let's see what else is there. First drive of the second half, Patriots were driving down the field pretty easily, and then miscommunication from Mac Jones and Nelson Aguilar led to a pick by Tre'Davious White in the red zone down about the 2 yard line, which kind of killed the vibe definitely because, like I said, they were driving in for a go ahead score, but find themselves down 21-17. And before we went to commercial here, Josh Allen was tackled behind the line on a draw play that he tried to run off the left side, but Judon stopped him. So 2nd and 11 when they do come back. But to look at the scores real quick around the league, I guess the scores that matter. Let me refresh this page here. Where are we? All right. Falcons are up on the Bucks 20-17. Doesn't matter in the scheme of anything. The Bucks have already locked up the 4 seed because they won the division. Falcons were eliminated. Vikings are up 26-13 on the Bears in the fourth. Vikings win that. They have a shot at the second seed in the NFC, depending on what happens with the Niners later today. Bengals are up on the Ravens, 27-10. Bengals win that. They win the division. Well, they win the division anyway, but with the Hamlin and Bengals Bills game being canceled, if the Ravens were to beat the Bengals, then get a coin toss to see if the two of them meet in the playoffs, who gets the home game. But if the Bengals win, coin toss is out of the equation, and they kind of just go forward wherever they fit, whether it's the second seed or the third seed in the AFC. Which if Buffalo loses, Cincinnati becomes the 2 seed, I believe. Texans are beating the Colts 24-21 in the end of the third. Jets Dolphins tied at 6. Panthers Saints tied at 7. Steelers up on the Browns 20-7. All right, second and 11. Josh Allen in the shotgun takes the snap. He's looking deep, throws it over the middle, hits his man. I'm trying to see who that is. Is that Shakir? Yeah, hit Shakir over the middle. Big gain there on second down. They are now in New England territory. Let's see, they're showing the replay of it here. Yeah, Jabril Peppers made a late break on it, but he took a bad angle. So Buffalo's now in New England territory with the ball up 21-17. It's their first play over 20 yards today. Like I said, the Patriots defense has been really good against Buffalo so far. It's just been special teams that's killed them. All right, Josh Allen takes a snap and shotgun. He's looking deep. Throws it and dropped by, is that McKenzie? Yeah. It was a low throw. McKenzie probably should have caught it, but he dropped it. So now it's 2nd and 10. They're showing, I guess, the Jets, tying field goal. That game's now 6-6. Who's that? Skylar Thompson versus, was it Joe Flacco in that game? Buffalo needs to win. I mean, not Buffalo. I keep saying Buffalo. Miami needs to win that to stay alive. If they lose, they're obviously eliminated. All right, 2nd and 10. Josh Allen in shotgun again. Fakes the handoff, goes off to the right side, pointing deep, throws it deep, and did he? Yep, he held on to it. Touchdown. Yeah, we'll have to see the replay on that one. It's probably broken coverage on that one. 42-yard strike. Yeah, Josh Allen took the snap, rolled out to his right. As he was rolling out, he pointed deep. So let's see, Brown's there. Yeah, I'm not sure what Bryant was doing on that play because McCourty was covering kind of underneath, and then Bryant was. Yeah, I'm not sure which one of them was supposed to be over the top. I'm thinking Bryant, but both guys are kind of late reacting, and Brown found himself wide open down the field, and Josh Allen hit him in stride. It was a great catch by Brown as well because he did have to lay out for it. He held control, got in the end zone, touchdown. Now it's 28-17, and now it's kind of backs against the wall here for New England because on this next drive, they're going to have to get points, I believe. A field goal would help. Touchdown would be a lot better on this upcoming drive. Because the last thing you want to see being down 28-17 is a 3 and out or a drive that kind of doesn't go anywhere. And then you give the ball back to Buffalo. No, you got to get points out of this drive for the Patriots. So pressure is definitely on. Matt Patricia's going to have to call the right plays, maybe take a shot downfield some point on this drive. Because so far in the second half, they've been going a lot of run and short passes underneath. Like I said before, with the whole Hamlin stuff, would I necessarily be mad if Buffalo loses this game? Actually, no. I mean, yes, I want the Patriots to win, but with everything with Hamlin, I just thought it was going to be tough anyway. There we go. There's the kickoff. And let's see if Jones brings it out. Yep, from a yard deep, 10. And he gets hit at the 15. So Patriots will take over. We'll see where they spot him, but it looked like it was about the 15-yard line. You can see momentum has shifted back towards Buffalo in this one. Now it's whether or not, with a minute 30 left in the third quarter, can Mac Jones and this offense for New England take some momentum back. Put together a nice long drive if you want, get a touchdown out of it, get back in the game, and you know head into the fourth with your season on the line. So obviously that was the most explosive play for Buffalo so far today, outside of the kick returns. But I'm saying offensively. All right, so Mac Jones is in shotgun. They did mark it at the 15-yard line. Jones takes the snap. He's looking, throws it to Parker over the middle, gets the first down up to the 29-yard line. That was a good play right there. Parker ran looked like a curl route. Mac Jones hit him on time and stride, and Parker was able to go upfield for a few yards. So that's a good drive starter. Let's see if they can keep it going here. Looks like Hunter Henry and Kendrick Bourne are going to go off to the left. Bourne's going in motion. So it's Bourne and Devontae Parker up to the right. Damian Harris in the backfield. He takes the snap, he has a big hole up the middle. 45, stiffs arms up to the 48-yard line. Hey, that's a good play right there. That's a good chunk yard play. Harris right now, 9 rushes, 36 yards, so he's at 4 yards a carry. But yeah, great blocking right there by Cole Strange and Hunter Henry to give Damian Harris the hole. And then he burst through there. So 1st and 10, near midfield. They're at their own 48. Mac Jones under center, calling out coverage, changing the play. And let's see, it's another handoff. This time Harris gets a yard and a half. They might give him 2 on the play. And that's going to end the third quarter. So going into the fourth quarter, the Patriots are into Buffalo territory. I said this is a big drive for them so far. They've done well. Now they got to get points out of it. So it's 28-17, headed to the fourth. As of right now, New England would be eliminated because Pittsburgh's winning their game, and that hurts the equation if New England loses. So this, like I said, big drive for them. Got to capitalize on this. They're in Buffalo territory. It'll be 2nd down and 8 when they come back from the break. But yeah, the first play to Devontae Parker, great drive starter, got them a chunky yardage, and then the Harris run up the middle with great blocking from Cole Strange and Hunter Henry. Got them up to near midfield. So, like I said, got to score here. A field goal, you feel okay about. Touchdown, you feel really good about on this drive. But at least the field goal keeps you in the game. Makes it 1 score again, and then it's on your defense to stop Buffalo. So, just to recap everything, I see a couple of you in here. Appreciate you tuning in, really do. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and all that if you haven't already. And drop a comment as well. Like I said, sorry I wasn't here at the beginning of the game. Was out doing something, got caught in traffic, but been here for the second half. Like I said, come through, chill, drop a comment. You got a question about, your team or something. You got a question about playoff scenarios, whatever. Drop it in the comment section. I'll pull it up on stream, and then we can interact. But yeah, so to recap, Buffalo just went up 28-17 on a 42-yard bomb by Josh Allen to Davis. Kind of broken coverage between Miles Bryant and Devin McCourty. I think miscommunication there, and Brown found himself deep. And yeah, Josh Allen hit him 28-17. But before that, the offense was kind of being held in check by the Patriots defense. Only thing has been Nyheim Hines has 2 kick return touchdowns. He returned the opening kickoff to start the game. And after the Patriots scoring drive, he returned basically their first kickoff of the second half for a touchdown. All right, Mac Jones, they're at midfield, shotgun here. split Harrison Stevenson. He takes the snap. It's 2nd and 8. He's looking, and throws over the middle. Hits Damian Harris. There's a flag in the secondary. Let's see what this is. We might have holding or something in the secondary, so we could get a first down here. Let's see what the call is. Yep, so it's holding on Buffalo. It's going to be automatic first down. It's on Elam. So, okay. First penalty by either team today. To be honest with you, I hadn't even thought about that. I mean, it's been a well played game. It's just those kickoff returns killed the Patriots so far. Take those out of the equation, you're looking at a 17-14 game. And yeah, Elam was all over. Well, actually, there was two of them, but Elam was all over Myers, and Hunter Henry is being held going down the field as well. Mac Jones empty set in shotgun. Now calls Stevenson back. Stevenson's offset to his left. Takes the snap. Mac Jones looking deep. He throws it up, but too far, and it was wide. It was out of bounds. It was to Jacoby Myers. We got another flag on the play. Somebody's down. Who is that? That Trent Brown? Is it on Wenu? Now, looks like it's holding on New England. Yeah. Holding on the Patriots, so that's going to set them back. Holding on David Andrews. But gotta see who that is. It's either might be on Wenu. Yeah, I think it's on Wenu. Mac Jones took a pretty good hit on that play as well. All right, they're having like an injury break here. So 2017 Patriots were just called for holding. So when they come back, it'll be, I guess, 1st and 20. And I think with the holding penalty, they'll be back in their own territory. So now that's a play where it could kill this drive. 1st and 20. It's a lot to make up. They got to make sure this first play they could get hopefully back towards the original line of scrimmage, get yourself into like a 2nd and 11, 2nd and 10 type of thing. That's of course unless you go deep downfield and get the first down on first down here, but kind of a momentum killer there with that holding penalty, especially after you just got a holding call on Buffalo in the secondary to get you the first down. Yeah, not what you want to do in the very next play. So now we went from no penalties today to now having penalties on back-to-back plays. And that's kind of been the story of the Patriots season as well. Inopportune penalties against the offensive line or whoever. And yeah. In a game like this, season on the line, playoff hopes on the line, you don't want to hurt yourself with unforced errors in terms of holding calls like that. When you're driving down, you're already down 2 scores, so you need a score here. Not what you want. And if they don't get points here, I think at that point you got to start looking at this game like, could they really, put together 2 scoring drives, including one where you would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, while your defense got to pitch a shutout the rest of the way against the Buffalo team that's going to be riding high, coming off of their last drive with the, like I said, 42-yard touchdown pass from Allen to Brown. But let's see. Look at the scores here while we're in timeouts. See if anything's changed. Oh, we're back. So it's 1st and 20. Mac Jones is in shotgun. He's calling out something to David Andrews. Stevenson's off to his left. Takes the snap. He's looking. Throws out to Stevenson. Stevenson, I mean, got a few yards there. Maybe 3, 4. So it's still 2nd and very long here. I want Art McNally, who passed away this week. Um, I mean, the first down play, you probably would have liked to see a few more yards out of it. Yeah, they gave him 4 yards, so second and 16. They're on their own 49-yard line. Once again, they gotta get a score on this drive. I feel Hunter Henry goes into motion. Mac Jones back in shotgun. All right, handoff up the middle. Ramondre Stevenson, he fumbled it there at the end, but he got it back. They're back in Buffalo territory. It's going to be third down and long here. We'll see where they spot him. All right, third and 6. That was a good run by Stevenson. He got you 10. Like I said, the ball did come out at the end there, but he recovered it. So thankfully, because if he had fumbled there, I mean that'd have been a real killer. So big play here, third and 6. Mac Jones is in shotgun again. Let's see what they call it. Let's see what they draw up here. Got to get this first down. Mac Jones takes the snap, throws it out to Henry. Ooh, second effort. I think he's going to be just short. Let's see where they spot him. All right, they call him fourth down, probably in inches. I mean, he might have got a better spot than he probably deserved on that one. Let's see. The elbow goes down. No, that's a good spot. He's about half yard short. Obviously, the offense has to stay out on the field. So this is probably the biggest play of the game right now. Fourth and about half a yard. And they drop back, throws it, gets Jacoby Myers off the right side. Great play call there. They're inside the 30-yard line. So once again, they're getting deep into Buffalo territory. Like I said, the end of the first half, they got down here, and they threw an interception. Which, looking back, if they get that one, this looks like a different game again. Cleveland just got a touchdown, so it's now 2014 Pittsburgh in that game. So don't count that one for Pittsburgh too fast. Mac Jones in shotgun again. Damian Harris off to his left. Two to his left, and Kendrick Bourne's off to the right. Mac Jones throws it deep. Devontae Parker goes up and gets it, and touchdown Patriots. That's an element of their offense that's been missing this year, because that's what Devontae Parker can do. I thought when they signed him, I really liked the move for that play you just saw specifically. Well, actually, you probably didn't see it, but it was just a simple jump ball. Devontae Parker is really good at that. Kind of reminds you of what they drafted N'Keal Harry for, but never really developed. So it's a drive where they needed points. They got a touchdown. They're right back in this game. So, I mean, you got to give it to the offense. This is probably the best game so far that the Patriots offense has played. Looks like they're going to go for 2 right now. Okay. I mean, kicking the extra point puts you down by 4. I'm sure the analytics will say you would go for 2 here. So I'm not mad at this. Looks like they have Marcus Jones on the field. He's coming in motion. Throws. Yeah, I didn't like that throw. All right, they don't convert. I mean, interesting play call. They had 4 off to the right for Mac Jones. They ran Marcus Jones in motion to make it seem like they might do like a jet sweep with Marcus Jones, because we know that he's become an offensive weapon. But Mac took the snap, threw a quick out to Ramondre Stevenson. The throw was kind of low. Buffalo had it kind of pretty well defended, so I don't know if Stevenson gets in, even if it's a perfect throw. So 2-point conversion fails. It's now 28-23 Buffalo. As I said, New England's hanging in there. They're probably playing their best offensive game so far. If the defense can get the ball back to them, could they put together another touchdown drive? I mean, the way it's going today, I kind of don't doubt they could. But yeah, I love that play call. Mac went back. He saw Parker was in one-on-one coverage with Elam. Just threw it up to him. And Devontae Parker went up, attacked the ball, caught it at its highest point. Didn't let it get to his body. Put it, caught it with his hands. came down, kept control of it, got in the end zone. Love that play call. Like I said, that's the stuff kind of wanted to see more of this season. I mean, it's crazy. Towards the end of the year, past couple games, offense hasn't been terrible. I mean, I still don't want Matt Patricia being the coordinator next year, but like I said, it just makes you wonder why this wasn't the plan of action for this offense all season. I just don't get it. But let's see. While we're in a commercial, let's see. Falcons still up. I don't care. Bengals are up 27-13 on the Ravens. Baltimore it's in the 3rd and 8 in their own half of the field, so don't really care there. The Colts have now taken the lead on the Texans, so the Texans at first look like they're going to blow the first pick, but if they lose that game, they still get the number one pick. It'll be interesting to see if the Texans would take Stroud or Bryce Young with the number one pick. Jets Dolphins are still tied at 6. So once again, Jets win that game, the Dolphins get eliminated. No matter what happens in the Patriots game or Steelers game, they get eliminated. Patriots have to win to get in, or if they lose, they need Steelers and the Dolphins to lose. The Dolphins right now are locked up in a 6-6 tie with the Jets. The Browns are making a late surge against the Steelers. It's now 2014. Pittsburgh has the ball. If Cleveland could stop them, get the ball, maybe they get a score. And probably the smart decision here. Oh, no. Nick Folk. So they did a squib kick, and for some reason, Nick Folk kicked it too close to the sideline and went out of bounds. So in a play that was supposed to, give their coverage team time to get down the field, have Hines pick it up after it's rolled around for about 10 seconds. I mean, that's exaggeration, but make it harder for him to get a nice return out of it. It ends up going out of bounds. So now it's Buffalo's ball at the 40. All right, so let's see what the defense can do here against this Buffalo offense. So it's 1st and 10. Josh Allen's in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking. All right, so that's a throw to Gabe Davis. First down. 11-yard throw. McCourty was up there trying to rip it away, but he couldn't get it from Davis. So it's first down. They're already in New England territory, so now you got to think about New England's going to have to hold them for a field goal, if anything. If they don't get a turnover or force a punt, at worst, it's got to be a field goal here. Field goal, not field goal. A field goal. Touchdown, you're looking at under 11 minutes, going back up 2 scores. That might be a lot to ask. Handoff on a delay. They get about 2 yards here. Actually, it looks like giving them a yard and a half. So 2nd and 8. That was to Cook. For some reason, his first name's escaping me. I know it's Dalvin Cook's brother. But Bentley was in on the hit. Bentley's had a really good season. And like I said, I'm doing the second half. Didn't get a chance to do a full game, but I will do some post game after. So don't worry. I'll be here for a little bit after the game. 2nd and 8, Josh Allen's in shotgun and takes the snap. He's looking over the middle. Dustin Knox with a great catch of one hand because that was actually a dangerous throw there. That could have easily gone off his fingertips and been an interception, but Knox hauled it in, and I think they're going to give him there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. Chop block on Buffalo, so got to wipe that play off the board. And it's on Cook. Let's see. Yeah. Is that on Duggar? Yeah. So it's good to see Duggar back in the game. Yeah, Cook went low on him. Yeah, that's kind of a play that the league definitely wants to take out because you don't want guys just chopping guys at the knees. So it's 2nd and 23. All right, New England's been given a gift here. Force a punt now. 2nd and 23. You want to make the playoffs. You can't give up. 2nd and 23. Can't give up a first down here. Let's see what Buffalo draws up. Josh Allen's back in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking. Duggar came in on a late rush. Throws it to McKenzie. I think he got a good bit of yards back. So it's going to be third down. Once again, there was a missed tackle there. Yeah, Bentley should have made that tackle, and then McCourty. Yeah, McCourty made the tackles, but Bentley should have made the hit. It's now 3rd and 10. Definitely more manageable for Buffalo. Big play in the game right here. If they could force a punt, definitely be a win from New England after the mistake by Nick Folk kicking it out of bounds on the kickoff. So Josh Allen empty set in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking. Blitz comes, throws it deep. Touchdown. Touchdown to Stephon Diggs. I mean, it's. I mean, you can't really say much there. Diggs had a step on. I think that's Marcus Jones. No, that's is that Phillips? Adrian Phillips. This is a perfect throw by Josh Allen. That's really all it was. It was just a perfect throw. No, it's Jonathan Jones. Sorry, wrong guy. Yeah, that's just a really good throw. Diggs had a step. Josh Allen hit him. Touchdown. So it's 34-23, and the extra point is good. So it's back to a two-score game, 35-23. Under 9 minutes to go at 8:51. I mean, tough, tough, tough. I mean, it is what it is. New England's have to score quickly here. Got to get a quick touchdown drive. Field goal doesn't really do you much at this point because instead of being two scores with it being a 11-point game, it's now 12-point because they failed a 2-point conversion on their last scoring drive from New England. So now it's not even a situation where you need a field goal and a touchdown plus a 2-point. You just need two touchdowns at this point to win this game. So yeah, I mean Buffalo's. I mean that's just a great throw from Josh Allen, and that's kind of what Josh Allen's become. He's become a really, um, really good quarterback. Stephon Diggs. I talked about him. I think last week on the stream where I have Stephon Diggs as one of the better wide receivers in the league, and we'll see. Let's go. So here's the kickoff. Actually hit off the crossbar and touchback. So we come back. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. And now New England time is not on their side anymore. So they gotta get a score. So 1st and 10 on the 25. Mac Jones is in shotgun. And incomplete pass. Let's see. Yep, 2nd and down. I mean 2nd and 10. Still in their 25. Like I said, this drive is basically their season right now. If they don't get a touchdown here, you can basically call this game over. Second and 10, shotgun. Mac Jones takes the snap, looking, pump fake, throws it. Yeah, that would have been a tough catch. Incomplete. He was going to Jacoby Myers. About an 8 yard pass. So it's third and 10. Same situation here. Big play. If the Patriots want to stay in the game, they gotta start moving the ball here. Mac Jones takes a snap. He's looking deep. Pressure comes up the middle. Mac Jones going deep. He's got Devontae Parker. Oh no! Devontae Parker had a step. I I think that might have hit off Parker's helmet. I'd have to see the replay. I don't know if White got his hand in there. Let's see. Yeah, it hit off Parker's helmet. I love when defenders dance around like they did something on that play. Parker just that's a drop, basically. And another the Buffalo touchdown? What are we doing? There's a flag on the play though. Let's see what the call is. Because right now it's New England's ball. All right, got a little bit of intrigue here. Let's see. For some reason, the Buffalo player, I don't know why he was even that close to the ball. Let's see. It's blocking back on Buffalo. It's first down New England. Wow. A gift for New England here. Yeah, I don't know what was the Buffalo player doing? Once again, defense and special teams bailing out the Patriots offense. All right, so now this is the biggest drive in the game because now you're in Buffalo territory. Got to get a touchdown. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 8:22 to go because of the turnover from, just a brain fart on Buffalo's part. You've now given yourself another chance here because technically with that punt, this game should be basically over, unless the Buffalo offense would turn themselves over. But here we go, 35-yard line. Mac Jones in shotgun, first and 10. Damian Harris is off to his left. Hunter Henry's coming in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Harris, and Buffalo was ready for that. Loss of about 6 yards on the play. So now it's second down and I think 16. 14. Okay. So they said he only lost four. Looked like he lost about six. All right, here we go. Second and 14. Mac Jones in shotgun again. Harris off to his left. 5 seconds of play clock. Takes the snap. Mac Jones looking, throws it to Tyquan Thornton, who got about 13 and a half. The Let's see where they spot him. Do they give him the first down or not? Patriots are looking. I think it's third and short. Coming up on 7 minutes to go, so they gotta score quickly at this point. You don't want to run too much off the clock, and then you kind of don't give yourself enough time to get the ball back and get a touchdown score again. Under 7 minutes now. 3rd and 1. Mac Jones is under center. Buffalo's loading up along the offensive line. Hands off to Harris, who goes up the middle, stiff arms. He's down to the 13-yard line. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 3rd and 1, and Harris almost broke it. Myers, got a great block there on Wenyu with a great block as well. It came out to Poyer and White in the secondary, and they were able to get Harris down. Like I said, you got to say with everything going on in this game, Patriots have played well. It's just, like I said, the 2 kick returns definitely kill you. Throw out to Myers. Myers gets about 8. Flag came in from the secondary. We'll see what the call is there. Oh, okay. They call pass interference on New England, on Hunter Henry. So that negates that play. We're now 1st down and let's see. He was blocking downfield basically. So that's an easy call. So it's 1st and 20 now. Once again, another killer of a penalty. Just setting yourself back, making it harder on yourself at this point. But let's see. 1st and 20. Mac Jones is in shotgun again. He'll probably just be in shotgun the rest of the way. Parker's motion. Mac takes the snap. He looks. Kendrick Bourne dropped it. All right. Let's see. The Falcons just beat the Bucks 30-17. Once again, in a game that didn't matter to either team. Of course, the Falcons put together a really good game in a game that didn't matter. Like I said, we'll talk more about other stuff around the league at the end of this game. All right, so 2nd and 20 from the 23-yard line. Mac Jones is in shotgun. Hands off to Harris. Makes a move. Gained a yard. So now we're 3rd down. 5:35 to go. 3rd and 19. Like I said, a field goal here does you nothing because you'd be down 9, so it'd still be a 2-score game. So it's 4 down territory. Plain and simple. I understand the play there. Maybe you catch them off guard, run up the middle like you did on 3rd and 1, get a big gain, but didn't happen there. So now it's 3rd and 19. Mac Jones shotgun, takes the snap, looking towards the end zone, throws it up, picked off. Hunter Henry went up with one hand catch and he didn't get it. And I think it's Milano with the pick. I mean, that's your ball game basically. So now Patriots fans, we have to sit here and root for the Jets and a crazy comeback from the Browns because the Steelers are up 28-14, under 4 minutes to go in that game. Otherwise, that just ended the Patriots season. Yeah, Hunter Henry over the middle. Wasn't a bad throw. It was just, unfortunate it went off of Henry's hand and right to Milano, who was in coverage as well. Like I said, not a bad throw because it was open in the middle. Mac Jones put it there. Henry just couldn't bring it in with the one hand catch. It was going to be a tough catch, to be honest with you, but not a bad throw. So 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Throws it to Stephon Diggs, who gets out of bounds. And so it looks like Buffalo's going to get their win, get to 13-3, which means I think they locked down the 2nd seed. because they can't get the 1 seed. Right? Yeah, because the Chiefs won against the Raiders yesterday, 14-3. So Buffalo's 13-3. Although that does mean if Buffalo and Kansas City meet in the AFC title game, it'll be neutral site because Buffalo finishing a half game behind Kansas City, and because their game against the Bengals was canceled, yeah, it brings that equation in now. So now we could have a neutral site AFC title game if it is Buffalo versus Kansas City. And like I said, stay tuned after the game because we could talk about that as well. You know, possible sites for a playoff game. I mean, I don't know. If it's Buffalo and Kansas City, you'd like to pick probably somewhere kind of in the middle of both places. Josh Allen's under center, 1st and 10, handed off, and gets dropped in the backfield. A Singletary handoff. Patriots have 3 timeouts. Looks like they're going to use their first one here. Is the game over? Pretty much. It's not over yet. I mean, you force a punt, maybe you get a block punt, get a quick score that way. Now you got something. Jets and the Dolphins still tied at 6. And as of right now, the Dolphins are in the best position because even with the Steelers winning, if the Dolphins find a way to win that game, the Dolphins get the number 7 seed. I mean, that that would make it interesting. Because what happens with Tua? Tua's been hurt, and rightfully so. He's been, hasn't played in the past few weeks. He definitely shouldn't. But you get into a playoff situation. Do we see Tua back under center? And what does that do for Miami? I don't know. Because obviously, I'm not going to go with Skylar Thompson. Do you go back to Teddy Bridgewater and just tell Tua to stay away with his 3 concussions this year? Josh Allen dropping back. He's looking deep. He throws it, and too far. 3rd and 12 stops the clock, so New England saves a timeout there. Probably, yeah. I don't know why Buffalo's not just running the ball here. I mean, that's Buffalo. Kind of the cockiness of Josh Allen, which, I mean, I don't know how people feel about that, but you know, that's all that was. He was looking deep to really ice the game, dance around and all that good stuff. And Buffalo calls a timeout. So it's 3rd and 12, 3:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. Buffalo's up 35-23, so definitely looks like Buffalo's all right. There's a field goal attempt. Looks like the Dolphins get it, so I guess the Dolphins are gonna end up as a 7 seed. And to be honest with you, the Dolphins out of the 3 teams is the one I really least want to see in the playoffs. I don't like the Dolphins. Sure, a lot of people don't, but whatever. For me, I'd rather see Patriots as a Patriots fan. I was rooting for the Steelers if it wasn't the Patriots. To be honest with you, but Josh Allen drops back. He steps up, throwing it deep, incomplete. I think Josh Allen was close. It was almost beyond the line of scrimmage, but he did, I think, keep his foot behind the line. So now back-to-back passing plays, incomplete. Patriots save uh, their 2 timeouts. So now we got a punt. Can the Patriots get a block? Then get a touchdown out of it, and then we play, I guess, onside kick. I don't know. Well, there goes that. Buffalo gets the kickoff. Jones takes it, Can Jones make something happen here? He got to the 21. So, what will probably be the final drive of the Patriots season as they're down 35 to 23. Obviously, Naeem Hines has to be the player of the game for Buffalo. Because once again, take those two kick returns off the board. Patriots are winning this game. It'd be what, 23-21. And if it was, that would have made that this pass drive from Buffalo much more interesting. But like I said, 3:25 to go in the fourth. Patriots have the ball in their own 19. They're down 35-23. So it's gonna be the last 3:25 of the Patriots season. And I said after the game, I'll stay on, talk a little bit post game. I guess kind of talk about Patriots season as I have experienced it, watching all these games, give you my thoughts on what they need to do in the offseason, and probably talk about Mac Jones, because I feel like during the offseason, he's going to be the talk of a lot of fans for New England as to whether or not they need to upgrade over him next season, or if the issues for this year go much deeper than Mac Jones. All right, 2nd and 5. Mac Jones takes the snap. He's looking over the middle, throws it to Damian Harris for a gain of 4. So it's now 3rd down and 1. Come up on 3 minutes to go. Like I said, I'm assuming the Patriots aren't really going to use either of these 2 timeouts unless they get into Buffalo's territory. Because using them now would just be for what reason? Just to extend the game for no reason at all. All right, 3rd and 1. Dropping back. He's looking, throws it to Harris, who, what? Well, there's another interception. Damian Harris tried to catch it with one hand, flipped it up in the air, and it gets picked off. So now it's over. So, yeah. Disappointing as a Patriots fan for sure. But to be honest, I mean, let's be honest. How many of you really thought the Patriots could go into Buffalo and win this game based off this past week Buffalo's gone through? I didn't. So this kind of played out as I thought. But the Patriots did, I mean, hey, they played better than I thought because I had a lot of questions about the offense. Offense was decent. Towards the end, the interception was it was at the end of the first half. The interception in the red zone, killer. But yeah, valiant effort. Buffalo's the better team. Buffalo gets the win. And now we move on to who will Buffalo face in the wild card round? Because like I said, Kansas City is the number 1 overall seed. But now with this Buffalo win, not the coin toss, the neutral site is now in play. So if we get an AFC title game, Kansas City and Buffalo, because Buffalo's going to finish a half game behind Kansas City, which is only because of the canceled game against Cincinnati not counting, the AFC title game would be neutral site. And like I said, since this game's pretty much over, we could talk about that. Like, I could see it maybe being in Nashville because Tennessee's not going to be in the playoffs. Kansas City to Nashville, Buffalo to Nashville. I think it needs to be outdoor. I don't want to see no dome AFC title game where both teams are outdoor teams. It has to be outdoor. So you look at Nashville. I mean, people are throwing around Pittsburgh for Hamlin, but we know Kansas City wouldn't be for that. Kansas City would feel like it's a road game for them. I'm trying to see what other. Can't use New England because that's a much further trip for Kansas City fans. So I feel like it's got to be either Nashville. You want to use Cleveland? Cleveland wouldn't be. Cleveland. Cleveland's probably right in the middle for both traveling fan bases. We already know Indy's out, but like I said, Indy's a dome. I don't want to see it in a dome either, and I don't want to see it in Indy. So didn't really care with Ursay coming out like, "Oh, you can't use our stadium." Okay, that's cool, but um, let's see something here. Uh, we're in commercial now. Like I said, this game's basically over. Like I said, I will stay on after the game. Uh, apologize already because I was late to the stream with it, um, with me being in traffic and stuff. Would have loved to have been here from kickoff. Maybe would have gotten more people to, jump on the stream. But with it being a second half stream, I mean, still had some fun on here. And like I said, drop comments. I will be here for a little bit after the game, and hopefully get some interaction with you guys. Um, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. There's been. All right, coming back from break. And yeah, so Buffalo is in victory formation. Like I said, this will end the Patriots season. They'll end the year 8-9. Definitely been disappointing, been up and down, been frustrating. Throw any adjective you want in there, and it'd be fitting for this season. But like I said, I will stay on after the game is officially over. I mean, it's over now, but once it's officially over, talk about what I think the Patriots need to do going forward. Look around the rest of the NFL, see the scores that matter. So it looks like the Dolphins won 11-6. So I guess after their field goal, they got a safety after. I mean, that's of course the Jets would end their year like that. So the Dolphins will be a playoff team at 9-8. They'll probably get blown out in wild card round, and yeah, probably fitting for that franchise anyway. But yeah, so showing the Patriots sideline, Matt Slater, head in his hands, might be it for him. I mean, he's been a really good special teams player, but I mean, yeah, showing Mac Jones, like I said, it's been up and down year for Mac Jones. Like I said, once this game is officially done, talk about that. But congratulations, Buffalo. They will end as your quote unquote 2 seed, but they're technically a 1 seed because if they get to the AFC title game against Kansas City, it won't be an Arrowhead. It's going to be at a neutral site because of this Buffalo win. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would be rooting for that. Get a nice little replay of the playoff game from last year, the shootout that was. With this now being neutral site, who knows what that game would look like? I'm trying to see what other. Is there another game maybe I could switch to real quick? Let's see if their coverage will switch to a game. Maybe they'll switch to the Bengals unless that game's over as well. But so congratulations, Buffalo. I mean, I feel like everybody was secretly a Buffalo fan today anyway. Damar Hamlin, um, which is why I said when I jumped on here, didn't expect New England to win this game. They were in it for pretty much the whole game. Got to give them credit for that. Offense looked better. I think Hines is FaceTiming with Damar Hamlin. I think that's what they just showed, which is really cool. I feel like that's what I saw. But yeah. So like I said, I think Hines was FaceTime with Hamlin, which I think is really cool. Yes, that's the end of the game. 35-23 Buffalo. Damar Hamlin definitely keep making progress. Like I said, everything that we're hearing so far looks like neurological good. He's talking and all that, smiling. So I mean, I wonder with Hamlin, you know, what the next update will be. But all right, looks like they might cut to the Bengals game, which I mean, Bengals are going to beat the Ravens. All right, so no, but yeah, like I said, my thoughts on the Patriots for this year. So I have a show that I do, chomping at the bit, where I did a pregame, well, preseason um, prediction episode. I predicted the Patriots are going to be an 8-9 win team and miss the playoffs because I thought you would need 10 to get in the AFC. So I was partly right about that. They were an 8-win team, but you only needed 9 to get to the playoffs, as Miami has done. So I don't know where I'm kind of at with them because, like I said, predicted 8-9 wins, didn't predict them to be a playoff team. They weren't. But you look at their season, and you probably should say that they should have been a playoff team because you look at the Vikings game on Thanksgiving, came down to that Hunter Henry non-touchdown that I thought was a touchdown. They ultimately lose that game by one score. They have the game against Cincinnati, where Cincinnati looks like they're going to blow them out of the water. Then they come back driving down with a chance to win it. Ramondre Stevenson fumbles. They lose that game by one score. You have um, the Raiders game. I had to think about it. The Raiders game where should have been going into overtime, but they had the inexplicable lateral play that turned into a Raiders win. So that's 3 games right there that the Patriots threw away with all of the issues offensively they had this year. You win 2 of those games, you're a 10-win team, you're a playoff team. But you didn't. You lost all 3. 8-9, the Dolphins clinch a playoff spot, which, to be honest with you, as I said it a little bit earlier, they were my least favorable out of those 3 because I wanted the Patriots or the Steelers. I can't stand the Dolphins. And then now we probably get to see Tua again after 3 concussions. They're probably going to run him out there. Now with every hit, you're going to be wondering with Tua, like, is he going to be fine or not? You got Tyreek Hill on that team. Can't stand him. I like Waddle. Love Jalen Waddle. I've said before, love the Waddle touchdown dance, but outside of that, Stephen Ross can't stand him. Dolphins are very hard to root for, and the fact that they made the playoffs kind of stinks. Although that means they'll get Buffalo in the first round, which good luck Miami. So yeah, but yeah. So I actually let me do this real quick. Let me see if I can pull up the current playoff standings, and we can go through that real quick to kind of see. what the playoff matchups would be because I think the AFC, yeah, the AFC is pretty much solved at this point. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a bracket that's up to date. But yeah, like I said, let me know what's going on with you. What's in not a lot of viewers in here, but it's okay. We'll still go through with this. Let's see. Trying to find a playoff bracket. Let me see. Trying to see if I'm lagging a little bit here. I am for some reason. Crap. All right, so the AFC we know Kansas City is at the one. Then Buffalo's the two. Cincinnati's at three. Jacksonville's a four with their win over the Titans last night. So right now, Chargers are five, Ravens six, Dolphins seven, and I believe that's the way it's going to stay because well, I guess if the Chargers lose, maybe the no, I think the Chargers lose. The Chargers are still five, so that's your playoff picture. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing on here. Okay, somebody has to have an updated playoff bracket. Okay. While I'm looking for that, I'll just keep talking about the Patriots here for a second. Um, so yeah, looking at this team, I still think Mac Jones. You can win with Mac. They definitely have to get a new offensive coordinator. Mac Patricia cannot be the coordinator going into next season. That's a given, and I'm assuming it's not going to happen either because we heard reports that Robert Kraft is like adamant about fixing the kind of coaching situation in New England. And I feel like obviously he's talking about Patricia. You want to keep Patricia next year for offensive line coach, fine, but he cannot be the offensive coordinator next year. All right, so ESPN has up to date. Thank God for ESPN. All right, let me pull this back up. Here we go. And all right, so just got an alert that the Texans just beat the Colts, which means the Bears have the number one pick. Can talk about that in a second here. But looking at this, so you have Kansas City as your one seed. Buffalo is the number two. But as I said, Buffalo, if they face Kansas City AFC title game, that is now a neutral site game. It will not be in Arrowhead. So if you're a Chiefs fan, you got to root for anybody other than Buffalo. Of course, you're rooting for yourself to make the AFC title game, but you need somebody other than Buffalo. Otherwise, it's in Arrowhead. But if it's Buffalo, neutral site. Um, all right, so I'm just reading this alert about the Texans. So they got a Hail Mary and then went for two, got it to win the game. Which, like I said, the Bears should not be taking a quarterback in number one. So get that out of the way. Problem is now, if the Bears were to trade that pick to a team that needed a quarterback, then the Texans may not get the guy that they actually want. So I kind of don't understand why the Texans tried to win this game. But I mean, you'll have to answer that for me. Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense. But yeah, let's keep going here. So as it is, Buffalo would face the Dolphins in wild card round next week. We'll have to see whether that's a Saturday game or a Sunday game. I'm assuming it's not going to be prime time because we don't need to see the Dolphins in prime time, to be honest with you. Well, we got Bengals, Ravens again in the wild card round. We matchup number three with each team winning one. That's interesting. And so wait, if the Bengals win, they go to 12-4. Buffalo won their 13-3. So I think Bengals Bills becomes a neutral site game if they face in the playoffs because the Bengals win. Because the Bengals, if they played out the game against the Bills and the Bengals won, they would both be 13-4. So I think yeah, so I think that's a neutral site game as well. Or yeah, neutral site. So neutral site is in play there. And I guess that's if it's an AFC title game. No, they would face before that. So Buffalo could have a neutral site game against Cincinnati, and then if they were to win that, have another neutral site game against Kansas City. So I wonder if the league would just appoint one stadium as a neutral site in this case, instead of having to pick two different ones, one for Bengals, Bills, and then whatever. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, Bengals, Ravens, and then you'd have Jags, Chargers as of right now. So Ravens lose, they go 10-7. They'd be 6-6 in conference. Yeah, because the Chargers have the tiebreaker on win percentage in conference games, and the Chargers, even if they lost, would be 7-5. So yeah, Chargers locked in at 5 right now. So you're going to get Jaguars Chargers, which I think is interesting. Trevor Lawrence versus Justin Herbert, which those two get compared a lot. So that'd be an interesting matchup. Oh, what's up, Danny Studios? Let me see. Yeah, so Danny, if you're still in here, I actually talked about that right before I pull up the playoff picture. That you look at the Vikings game from Thanksgiving, where Hunter Henry should have had a touchdown, but they didn't call it. You look at the Bengals game, where they were driving down late and fumbled with Ramondre Stevenson. You look at the Raiders game with um, the lateral that turned into a touchdown for the Raiders. Those three games right there kind of killed the Patriots season. So you said they got screwed by the rest 3 weeks ago. Oh, 3 weeks you said costing them. So yeah, you're probably thinking of the 3 weeks I'm talking about. Um, yeah, and that's rough when you think about it. But I think ultimately, were the Patriots good enough to be a playoff team? I don't know because this offense has been so up and down. Although I felt more encouraged by their offense later in the season. Just the Vikings game Thanksgiving, I thought they looked really good. I thought the Raiders game they looked pretty good. Even today, you take the two kick returns from Buffalo out. Patriots offense, actually, the Patriots would have won the game. Well, would be winning because obviously that last drive from Buffalo would go differently if they needed a score. But I thought the Patriots offense today wasn't bad. So, going forward, get an offensive coordinator in there that is competent enough. Matt Patricia can be your offensive line coach. Fine, don't care. But whether it's Bill O'Brien or they have what is it like Nick Haley on staff? If you want to try him out, I guess it just can't be Patricia next season. Um, do you go to college route and maybe just get a guy with an offensive mind from down there and bring them up? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the offensive coordinator job. Um, like I said, Danny Studios, if you are still here, if you come back, let me know what you think about the offensive coordinator job. If you want to throw a name out there, who do you think? And let me know, are you a believer in Mac Jones? And obviously, hopefully you subscribe because you're over on YouTube. I really appreciate that. But yeah, if anybody else trickles in here, make sure you drop a comment. I'll pull it up and we can talk about it. But yeah, so going back to the playoff picture, what was I talking about? So Chargers, Jaguars. You get Herbert versus Trevor Lawrence. I think that could be an interesting game. See Doug Peterson, what magic he can work with them. The game will be in Jacksonville, and we saw from last night, great environment down there. So that'd be an interesting matchup. Bengals Ravens for a third time. Will Lamar play? Lamar hasn't played in the past, what, 4 or 5 weeks. Some people making it seem like Lamar should just stay away because, he played without a contract, kind of let Baltimore know that they need him, which I think is kind of stupid, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Even with Lamar playing, to be honest with you, I kind of like the Bengals in that one. Bills, Dolphins, already said Bills will probably walk all over the Dolphins. I hope the Dolphins don't start Tua because with the 3 concussions and all this and how scary that's been for Tua, I think they need to keep him away. Yes, it's the playoffs, I get it, but no. Stop risking Tua's well-being just for whatever Stephen Ross or whatever to you know try to win a Super Bowl. No, go with Teddy Bridgewater, go with Skylar Thompson. I don't care. Lose that game, and then let's see what Tua does in the offseason. You know, I'm sure his family probably needs to talk to him to see where his head is at. He's going to have to seriously think about whether or not he needs to continue his career. And if he does, should he continue it in Miami? And also, talking about like McDaniel down there might lose his job. That'd be crazy. But yeah. So looking at the AFC again, the Chiefs are the 1 seed, but if they face Buffalo in the AFC title game, that game is now neutral site because of their records being half game off. Bills didn't finish their game against the Bengals. That's now neutral site. If Buffalo plays the Bengals in the what's that divisional round, then that game I believe is neutral site now because of the Bengals winning. And so this hasn't been updated with the Bengals record, but the Bengals beat. Actually, let me refresh and see if it'll fix that because the Bengals should be 12-4, not 11-4. And if that's the case, yes. So that game between Buffalo and Cincinnati now becomes a neutral site game because if they had played out that game and the Bengals won, they would have the same record as the Bills. So I think that's neutral site, or are they doing a coin toss in that match? But yes, that's the AFC, and yeah, Patriots were eliminated today with their loss to the Bills. Steelers ended up overtaking them as the Steelers won 9 games. So Mike Tomlin kept his streak alive. He finished over 500. They ultimately don't make the playoffs because the Dolphins beat the Steelers earlier this season. The NFC is right here. So we have Eagles at 1. Although I think I saw if the Cowboys win today and the Eagles lose, then the Cowboys could be the NFC East champion, which then means they would be a top 4 seed. But the Eagles play. Who do the Eagles play? They play the Commanders? I don't know. I'm fully expecting the Eagles to win the 1 seed, so we'll just go about it that way. Vikings would be your 2 seed and face the winner. Well, whoever wins the 7 seed, which Seahawks play at 425, they play the Rams. If the Seahawks win, that does not mean anything necessarily because they wouldn't clinch or anything, even with the win today. They would then have to wait until tonight when the Lions and the Packers play, and then they'd have to root for the Lions who have just found out a couple hours ago, well, a couple hours prior to the game, that they've been eliminated. That if the Lions could beat the Packers, then the Seahawks move on to the playoffs. Of course, the Seahawks have to beat the Rams no matter what. If the Rams upset the Seahawks today, well, here shortly because they kick off at 4:25 Eastern, then the game tonight becomes a win and in situation for the Lions and Packers, which I would assume is what the league would really want to see. But once again, the Seahawks win, then it becomes Packers win and they get in. Seahawks lose, it becomes Lions versus Packers win and in scenario for the 7 seed, and I guess to face the Vikings. We would have Niners Giants. interesting because I was one of those who didn't think the Giants were going to make the playoffs this year, but they proved me wrong, and I'm willing to admit that. So the Giants locked in as their sixth seed, probably get the Niners, who have been the hottest team in the NFL, whether it's Brock Purdy or Jimmy Garoppolo, who was that quarterback. So it's going to be Purdy for like the first couple of rounds, but if they get to the NFC title game, I think Garoppolo might be healthy enough to play then. Then the Niners have to make the decision of do they stick with Purdy, who at that point would be the hot hand, or go back to Garoppolo, who's probably the more talented quarterback in that offense. I don't know. That'd be a tough decision to make. And yeah, that's interesting there. And then as of right now, we'd have Bucks, Cowboys, an 8-9 Bucks team wins that division, going up against a Cowboys team which we know has a lot of expectations this year because of what they can do defensively. And we know every year the Cowboys make the playoffs, Cowboys fans assume they'll be in the Super Bowl. It hasn't happened in what's it been now? 25 years? So, yeah. Um, let me see what else. So yeah, so looking at the playoff picture for the 7th seed, the team I least want to see there is Green Bay. I don't need it. I already know tonight it's gonna be a lot of Packers love because they were 4-8. Now look at them. They're whatever. I hope the Lions win tonight. Whether the Lions make the playoffs or not, I want the Lions to win tonight. And between the Lions and the Seahawks, I'd rather either one of them over the Packers in the 7th seed. Yeah, I don't need to see Green Bay. I don't need to see Aaron Rodgers pouting, or then at that point he'd be the happiest guy on earth because they're a playoff team. But I don't need it. Um, Try to see any last thoughts before I get out of here. Doo, 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 doo. Yes, so just to let you know, was a little late to the stream today. Apologize for that. But um, if you haven't, well, Danny Studios, if he is still here, comes back on, make sure you hit subscribe. Would really appreciate that. Um, I also appreciate him stopping by. If anybody else does, you already know what to do. Drop a comment. I'll pull it up on stream. Trying to think of whether or not I want to do another game today. Probably won't. I'll definitely do other live streams. Trying to think. I want to do a Celtics game at some point. I might do one this week. I don't know. Kind of want to do Bruins as well. Because as you can tell from the hat, I'm a Boston fan, born and raised there. So Patriots missing the playoffs is crushing. Not having Patriots football this playoff, but it is what it is. Have been watching the Bruins for sure. They're best team in hockey. I'll probably do some live streams for them. Red Sox. I mean, re-sign Raffy Devers. Love that. See what else they do. I'll probably do some live streams, some Red Sox game when their season starts. But yeah. So also have Chomping at the Bit. It was my show that I do over on YouTube, and I post episodes, Twitter and other places. So all my socials are down at the bottom there. Post all my episodes on all of them. So make sure you follow me on whichever platform works for you. Really appreciate it. Trying to really grow the channel this year. Had some growth at the end of 2022, so hopefully you ride that momentum into 2023. Um, so yeah, so I'll probably still like 5 more minutes, get to the 2 hour mark, and then end the stream. So if anybody else jumps in and wants to drop a comment, please feel free to do so, and I will gladly answer your question or whatever. Or you want to throw a topic out there for a couple minutes for me to talk about? Definitely could do that. But oh yeah. So looking at the Patriots off season, what would I like them to do? I think defensively, fine. I like I like the added speed they had this season. I thought the secondary was good. I would like to see Jack Jones healthy to start next season because he had a really good start to the year. Then he started getting nicked up, and then ultimately he didn't finish the year on the active roster. I think there's gonna be some questions about Devin McCourty, whether or not he plays another year. I mean, he's getting up there in age. We know his brother Jason is retired. He's been on NFL Network all season. I wouldn't be surprised if McCourty retires at the end of the year. Matthew Slater, same thing. I don't know how many more years he's gonna play, especially as a special teams gunner. Like that's crazy that he's lasted this long. You know, playing that position because we know gunners. That's a different mentality right there. Um, but I feel like Mac Jones, keep him. I know there's gonna be some rumors in the offseason, probably Derek Carr or whatever. Now that's not to say if you can't upgrade the quarterback position, I'd be totally against it. But I'm not one of those who thinks like you just cast off Mac Jones and fallback plans like Bailey Zappi or something. Although Zappi looked good for a couple of games, but I think Mac Jones is the right guy. I think he can win. Just get a better offensive coordinator. And at this point, kind of don't care who it is. Bill O'Brien, you know, hope for McDaniels to get fired in Oakland, bring him back. Don't care. Oh, I don't think that one's gonna happen. But I think Damian Harris might be a guy to watch this offseason. With the emergence of Ramondre Stevenson, even Kevin Harris, when he was given a chance, played pretty well. I wonder about Damian Harris if he could be gone. But I think with running backs, I mean, I don't know how attached you really get to them because running backs usually only last a few years, especially with the way the NFL is now. So I don't know if that's really a big glaring need because, like I said, you got Kevin Harris, you got Pierre Strong, who looks like more of your third down back kind of guy. Um, would like to see another wide receiver. I think Jacoby Myers will be a free agent. I would like to see them keep him, to be honest with you. And I think if you go into next year with Myers, Devontae Parker, Tyquan Thornton as your top three, is that a great group? No, but serviceable, yes. And if you add somebody to that who I guess would be an upgrade over Aguilar, okay. Wait, who did I say? I said Myers, Thornton, Parker. Yeah, that's your top three. Fine. Add a guy who's better than Aguilar. I think Aguilar's probably gone. Offensive line, gotta fix that. They were real up and down this season. So we'd like to see an upgrade there, whether it's through the draft or whatever. I think Trent Brown, I think the novelty's kind of worn off there. He really struggled at the end of this season. And I think you just might have to do better than Trent Brown. So if they wanted to draft like a young tackle, I wouldn't be against that. I'm sure there's gonna be some questions about Belichick. I think Belichick is still the right guy for the job. As you can see, he's a defensive mind, and this defense was really good this year. You just got to get the offensive coordinator position figured out. I think if they do that, they're a playoff team next season. To be honest with you, that's what I think. Let me see what else. Punter with this Jake Bailey thing where he's like filing a grievance against the team. That might be the last thing he does for the Patriots. To be honest with you, Pilardi, he ain't it. He was way too inconsistent as a punter. Probably need a kicker. I don't know how many years you're gonna get out of Nick Folk. Folk's not getting any younger, and I feel like we've seen kind of a diminish in his range in terms of the length of field goals you can really try with him. He's still pretty consistent. You keep Nick Folk like 45 yards and in, he can still get it done for you. So maybe you do one more year with him, you know, They draft a young guy or get one in free agency or something like that to be behind him for Nick Folk to kind of mentor and groom. That might be it. I mean, are there glaring holes on this team? Actually, I don't think so. Okay, saw a weird alert. Bernie Kosar apparently was betting the game while on air and got pulled from the commentary. All right, Bernie, you do you. Yeah, he's probably gone. But um, trying to think anything else that the Patriots really need to do this offseason. I don't think so. Really trying to think here. Yeah, I think outside of that, the Patriots are kind of good. They have a good mix of young players from this uh, from the last couple of drafts from Belichick. You know, Barmore I like both Jones, Jack, and Marcus. Uh, yeah, I don't know. The Patriots are going to be interesting this offseason. What they decide to do, and you know, if they make the right decisions, I think they're players in the AFC East. I don't know if they can do enough to overcome Buffalo, who's clearly the best team in the AFC East right now. But couldn't they be better than the Dolphins next year with the right moves? Yeah. Jets had a good start to the year, faded to the end. The Jets are going to be looking for a quarterback for sure. If the Jets can shore up their quarterback position, the Jets aren't a bad team. Just that their quarterback play has been so trash that it really held them back. Like I said, for Miami, I yeah, with the way Tua was done this year by Miami, I honestly don't care what Miami does. I'm picking Miami to finish last every year, and ultimately they probably should finish last. But trying to see here, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, yeah, I'm over the 2 hour mark, so I'll probably end the stream here. But yeah, just to recap, Naheem Hines, 2 kickoff return touchdowns, which ultimately was the difference in the game. Buffalo wins 35-23, eliminating the Patriots from the postseason. Patriots finished the year 8-9, and basically all the positions for the playoffs have been locked up except the 7th seed in the NFC, which will be decided by maybe 11:30 tonight when the Packers Lions game ends. So whether or not if the Seahawks win, then it just becomes either the Packers or Seahawks get in, and the Seahawks lose. Sunday night football would be a win and in scenario, which the NFL would love to see, and Packers lovers around the world would love to see. But um, I'm rooting for Seattle or the Lions. I want the Packers to miss the playoffs. I want the Lions to beat Green Bay tonight. I really do. Now, whether that gets them into the playoffs or just makes the Seahawks the playoff team, that's fine. But yeah, trying to see what else is really going on. Yeah, so this whole Ravens thing, now that they're in the playoffs, I'm assuming Lamar Jackson's going to play. I still wouldn't like them against Cincinnati, although playing Cincinnati for a third time is always tough. You kind of never know which way the game's going to go. You know, Ravens won the first matchup of the season. The Bengals won today. So now you have a third game. I don't know what's going on there. Um, but yeah, and also with now the way that the top of the AFC finished with 1, 2, and 3, we know that if Buffalo faces Kansas City in the AFC title game, It is now a neutral site game because of Buffalo's win today, making them actually let me go back to the AFC here. Yeah, so because Buffalo finishes a half game behind Kansas City, Buffalo, of course, misses out on that game from the Bengals situation, then it's now a neutral site. So if you're a Chiefs fan, you got to root for anybody other than the Bills to face off against in the AFC title game. Otherwise, you don't get the game in Arrowhead. And then also with the Bengals beating the Ravens, I feel like if the Bills face the Bengals in the divisional round of the playoffs, so the second round, that game would be decided by. I can't remember if that one was a coin toss to see who would get home field, or if that becomes a neutral site game as well. For some reason I think it's a coin toss. Because I don't know you would do it where Buffalo would face Cincinnati neutral site and then face Kansas City again neutral site. I mean, Bills fans kind of get screwed out of. Well, they don't only get screwed out of one game because the AFC title game, whatever. But that's where the NFL's decision with the Bengals game now it comes into play. And it could have been even crazier if the Ravens had beaten the Bengals today. Then Ravens Bengals would have been a coin toss to see who gets the home game between those two teams. It would have been so messy there. So I'm guessing that's probably the same situation with Bengals and Bills. It'll be a coin toss to see who gets the home game between them. And ultimately, I think the decision the league made to handle, Bills Bengals just not playing the game, I think that was right. I'm kind of glad they didn't go to the 8-team AFC playoff because then you're really screwing over the one seed by them not getting the bye. At least Kansas City gets the bye in this case, even though they may not get the AFC title game in Arrowhead. And even with an eighth team, my Patriots still would have missed the playoffs by a game. But as Danny Studios, which I'll pull this up, I mean, his thoughts were got screwed by the refs 3 weeks, which cost them the playoffs. I mean, the Vikings game, Thanksgiving, like I said, I thought that was a catch by Hunter Henry, but I'm also not one going to say like that's what did them in. That was definitely a game that they could have won, maybe should have won. The Raiders game, we know with the laterals all over the place, they definitely should have won that one. That would change the equation of today. And the Bengals game where they fought back after the Bengals looked like they're going to run them off the field, driving down late to get the go-ahead score. Ramondre Stevenson fumbles. So that's 3 weeks there that if you win 2 out of the 3, you're a playoff team. You win 1 out of the 3, I guess you probably get in with the over the Dolphins and Steelers with a tiebreaker. So that's where the Patriots season really came down to those 3 weeks. And yeah, I mean, to Danny's point, the Raiders game, probably call it a screw job. I still don't think Mac Hollins, that pass to Mac Hollins, I still don't think that was a touchdown, which led to the whole lateral thing. If that is not ruled a touchdown, then we don't even get the laterals because the Patriots have won the game at that point. But it is what it is. Um, Patriots fans, we got to look to next year. And with that, hopefully some changes with the offensive coordinator. Like I said, Matt Patricia cannot be the guy next season, to be honest with you. But I think it's a good enough point to end the stream here. As I said, apologize for it becoming a second half stream instead of the full game. Wasn't available until it was halftime. So at least we got the second half. Still, it was an entertaining game for sure. I thought at the end of the game, Naheem Hines FaceTime with Damar Hamlin was really cool. The camera caught it. So, the better team won today. The better story happened with the way the Bills take the opening kickoff for a touchdown and, all of that. So, yeah. But yeah, so for those of you who I guess may watch this later or who, whatever, you can catch me on Sports Empire Network. I'm on there Monday nights for Cheap Seats podcast, Tuesday nights for the Big Three podcast, and Thursday nights for pregame and pigskin. Each night 7 o'clock. And just to let you know, pregame and pigskin this week. So like I said, Thursday night 7, we'll have a special guest. I want to say it's Carolina Teague. Could be Carolina. I'm going with Carolina right now. Teague, she'll be a special guest on pregame and pigskin where we will go through and get you ready for all the playoff matchups for next weekend. So make sure you tune in there. Really good show. Then Fridays, I'm on JJL Sports Talk Show. So you can find me kind of live almost anywhere, but my own podcast, I do episodes on my channel, Chomping at the Bit, over on YouTube. They get posted there. And make sure if you're over on Twitch or on YouTube, subscribe because my live streams are on both platforms as well as Facebook as well. But definitely will be doing a lot more live streams in 2023. This is second one of 2023 because I did last weekend Patriots Dolphins. So it's been really cool. We'll do a lot more. I'll probably do a couple playoff games. I'll definitely do some Celtics games. I'm gonna do some Bruins games because the Bruins have been killing it this year. I have been paying attention to them. Um, Boston fan through and through, born and raised. I live in Atlanta now, so I do pay attention to Atlanta teams. But the Falcons are good, so I might do some Hawks games live stream as well. I can say that. Falcon season's over, so don't have to worry about them. But yeah, so appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, sorry that it wasn't the full game, but still had some fun with a few of you who trickled in. Danny Studios, appreciate you dropping a comment. Hopefully you hit the subscribe button on whichever platform. I think it was YouTube, so hopefully you subscribed over there. But appreciate you guys, and until the next live stream, have a great time. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you when I see you. All right, have a good evening.